Hi everybody, my name is Jeff. Today I finally got a little more video here. A lot of the machining was done back in the middle of summer, and it's about Christmas time here now, so I did some more on that sorghum press, the stuff I didn't get done last year, and I actually lost some of the video footage. I noticed as I was going through editing that I had some rebabbiting the bearings on a shaft I cleaned up in the lathe here, and there is some video, a little bit of cleaning the shaft up. Then I made some spacers for the big gear that's on the press, and I think I explained some of that during the video. And it's kind of a case that, well, part of what I lost there was making the bushing for the big gear, and I think most of it's there for the small gear. At least to give you a little bit to watch, there's a part in there where I'm cutting some threads for a piece. I ended up drilling and tapping the end of the shaft, which I think I mentioned during the video, and kind of show what I'm going to do. But I apparently lost the video on when I screwed the piece in and machined it down to size to match the other existing shaft, and so I guess a little bit's better than nothing. So thanks for watching.
Okay, this is that gear that drives the drums on the sorghum press. The piece will get set up in the lathe here that I turn down. There's a little taper on the end where the babbitt is, or where the shaft's worn over the years, and this is where this gear that I just showed goes on. The noise in the background is Ronnie working on a piece. He made a walnut box for a friend of ours. But anyway, the shaft, I turned this down to true it up, and it had about 15 to 20 thousandths slop in this gear. And this slot in here is where the pin goes through it to hold it on. This is the way it was set up originally. What I'm going to do now is set it up in the mill to bore it out and then make a sleeve that big. If you saw the put it together and squeeze, you know how big the other gear is on it, probably 2 foot diameter. Well, that's actually got a 2.5 inch hole in, or 2 5/16. Sorry about that. So what I may do is take this one out that far, then I can make the sleeve to go over this and help support that other one. The problem they had when they originally added that gear, get this up here. As you can, here now I'm going to have to light out of the way. As you can see there, that's where the bolt goes through to hold it on. Well, they only had this much for that big gear to line up on, which I might just make a collar for it. I think probably what I'll end up doing is sleeve both of these gears and down to this size, and that way on that bigger one I'm going to extend the shaft out to support it entirely just by boring this, drill it and tap it for maybe a 3/4 inch thread a piece of shaft on, turn down even with this. But here, once I clean the paint off of this, we're going to go back to making use of an old bearing race. That way I can have that sitting here on the mill, and it fits just right on here, so I can bore clear through without, instead of bottoming out or using even parallels or anything under there. This will support it nice and even. I checked it with a mic, and this one's dead on, even though it looks like a little wear groove on the back. But it'll be probably closer than that one was originally. And we'll get her set up and we'll get going and bore her out. I realize some of you don't have a coaxial indicator, and there's a lot of different ways you can set an indicator up for doing these. But in this case, what I ended up doing was just moving the boring bar, checking it by eye, moving my X and Y axis until I'm just touching all the way around. You can see the little, when I get things out of the way, you can see the little groove I'm leaving there. And this one you see down inside, all I did was run the tool down, let her shave off a little of the paint and rust that's inside. You can see another scratch there that shows up pretty good. So she's running perfectly even for plumb that way. So we should be ready to go. I'm just going to do a couple quick measurements and decide how much I'm going to take off of this. And as long as I've got it in here, that big gear butts up against this, and it is pretty rough. And So I'll probably face this all the way across with the boring bar just to clean her up. And as long as the other side's good and the one on the big gear is good, that way they'll butt up tight and be nice and even. No play there. There it is. It's a piece of pipe I had laying around. It does need to be bored out for the shaft, but the OD is pretty consistent. It's not perfect. It's one of the DOM seams. It's not an actual welded seam that way. It's welded and pressed, so it's a little more accurate than just a welded seam pipe. And it's only 50 thousandths bigger than what the bore of this was, so I'm just doing a cleanup pass here. Just started her, check her to one time, and taking 15 thousandths cut, 30 off. I need to take 55 total for the pipe to fit. I'm going to go about a 2 thousandths press fit, press this in, then I'll set her back up in here and bore the inside in here. That way I know she's perfectly true. Zoom you in a little here. Actually, only about another 6 thousandths will do her. It actually reads 2 thousandths per line instead of a thou. Good thing I checked it, because I actually want to fuzz too much there. First part I was actually at my 897 instead of being a thou or so under. Actually 2 thou under is what I was planning to go to. It might be a little snug. It's about 2,500 shy, so I'll move this out of the way and check it out. I forgot I was supposed to put the pipe back in the lathe and fix off where I cut it off with a hacksaw, but for what it's for, it'll be fine. Didn't turn the camera back on when I was boring it out. It had a little chatter down. You can kind of see a line halfway down in there and a little towards the other end. But it's because the boring tool I've got for that boring head is a little too thin to go. This is 3.5 or I'll have to check it again and see. I think it's 3.5 inches. And the shaft is turned down, ready to go. I wasn't going to take it far enough to take this little chip out, and then I'll square the end off and drill and tap the hole there and make my piece for it and get that on and turned down. This is a piece I'm going to use to extend that shaft. It's a 2 1/4 diameter. I'm going to turn it down to a 7/8 9 thread on the end. Got to turn it back about an inch, inch and a quarter. I think is all longer thread I'm going to go, or all the deeper into that shaft, because the bolt goes through about an inch and a quarter. That way I don't have to drill the end of this piece out. So we'll get her turned down to about 880 and for OD and go from there. 5,000 spot, 150 off the diameter. Get it set up, got a 7/8 9 thread. Get my dial indicator here, we're gonna go 72 thousandths deep, should be pretty close. Check it out once here. Looks good so far. And the money. Here. Got about another 5 thousandths to go. We've got a nut here to try. Probably too tight for it. And it should just about start on there. That's what we're looking for, no play. Let me file the tops off a little bit, feels like it could almost be bottoming out. It's forwards going on there once and probably never come off in my lifetime. Back when we got the sorghum press, this was kind of their tooth replacement, which actually works fine. That's the way they did it a lot of years ago. Yeah, you can see in there the holes actually go all the way through, and just drill a series of holes. On one I did on my Hamilton lathe, they actually have them closer together and put pins in them and cut them down to size or file them. In this case, they were probably filed by hand just to replace what got broke off for some reason. Maybe that gear was that bad when they went to put it on this press. It isn't original to press, so it's very possible that this was a gear somebody threw out and they put it on the end of this shaft, and actually the other end, but they put it on the end of the shaft, and it worked for what they wanted with a little minor adapting. You know, if I would have met the guy, I would have gave him a hard time about not evenly spacing them out or something that way, but it doesn't matter. It works. That's the main thing. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Nice green swamp water.
Yeah, they started charging, what was it, $50 for a spot for the farmer's market? Wow. I thought it used to be free. It was.
And when it was free, it was worth going. Because you might only sell 3 quarts. It was just for fun.
Right.
This is kind of fun to...
But then they want $50 for what?
It's above the...
Oh. Think you can reach that? Above the wooden, above the drawers, right on the left-hand side of the... When you walk in the door.
Above the little wooden toolbox.
When you walk in the door. Right on the left.
Nothing else, you can grab one of the chairs to...
Take a chair if you need it.
I could touch it. Oh, it's like caramel.
That makes it look even thicker yet.
Mm-hmm. Get. Look at the roll. Jeez.
Oh, you're making taffy over there or what?
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like
Put too much
waves.
pressure on it because I don't want to get this stuff off the bottom.
You end up moving though.
Alright, let's back up so we can...
Oh, she okay?
Yep.
Nice, Tone.
That one dropped a lot quicker than I was expecting.
Run me over.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of weight there.
Tug. What's that? Tug. Mug.
Go on, Tone. I'm recording, Jeff. So smile, you're on Candy camera. Well, I guess Candy camera is the one where...
know it's there.
Yeah, you don't know it's there.
Not until the end. Got it?
I figured it. Either that or like
Pass it around.
that one run over ever in the wine bigger sticky
Oh, get some sorghum.
Let's quit on this one, put the next one on, pull these two over here.
What do you mean how?
Almost too high.
Let him go.
Boy, that's all that went through. I thought we were doing better than that. We pulled a couple, one right under
Thick,
the
isn't
spout.
it? Ready?
Yep.
You're gonna have to get a different kind of filter. This cloth, this
Go
doesn't
back
work
to my
anymore.
food grade ones. Yeah.
Another pail.
That's it.
Yeah, I thought we put a lot more than that through already, but yeah, put another cloth on, a different one.
Back in here.
Yep.
I've actually done that.
Want to try to keep that black?
Oh, farm boots. Right on the back of the
Get 4 slices of French toast and eat that after I'm done here, and I got plenty of syrup in there.
Back away,
yeah,
though.
We gotta bump
You're gonna
something.
play, you gotta stay away.
Xavier, stay back. That's cheap.
It is coming out a little
looks
bit.
a little
Yeah,
goofy
still-
too.
Yep.
Cheating in the.
Thank you, Xavier.
Well, I wasn't thinking cheating, I was thinking nutsack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Get out of here.
I know what you're getting.
Mash
The height
up there,
didn't
don't
change,
you?
so that's
Great
what I was
stuff.
gonna go see.
It's creeping
Might as
up.
well go
Figured they
see and we
Right on the
can
porch, I think.
Grab the four-wheeler and go check.
Grab this brush.
Give him a little spray. Might as well stop that, huh? Creep up. Move it. All right, Riley, you're gonna do clothespins. Grab that one right in front of me.
Right in front of Tom. Nope, leave those alone for a minute. Just drop this side down.
Okay.
Oh,
Now
that's
we can
ash.
put those pins back in.
Right in our thing, Dave.
striations in it.
Around.
Yeah.
Skinned over already.
Okay.
Lots of ash.
Nope.
We gotta
We
make
gotta
sure our
pull
hands
these
on
up.
first. Okay, so now you can pull them. Careful, that pan's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Now we can lift it to get it to more clean sheet.
I got one here.
Put it on there, really. There you go.
Good stuff. You did a good job.
Peeking.
Stop eating, stealing all my M&M's.
All of them. No, look at that.
Oh, ZZ Top.
The double Z.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Board
The board shifted a little. Let it lower this
The tri-screen.
Ain't got enough
Got enough flap on the side there.
Yeah, this one needs.
little stiffer.
I got another clothespin if you need it.
Good luck, Jeff.
If you don't mind getting a little wet, you can help him.
Hold the one side.
Hold one side.
You shouldn't be able to just
I
cut
guess
it and
Paul's
take it
got
out in
the
cubes.
other side.
Easier to cook with.
Hey, that used to be our
I think we're
job.
almost ready to make caramels out of this.
Pre-cut it into
That's why it won't wash off with cold water. So.
Yeah,
Look at it stick to the.
you need to have the pressure washer down here with the heater going.
That's straining good.
Yeah, that's different.
It's better.
Yeah.
Get.
And force some out of that, didn't he?
What I was checking into before was getting one of those inline heaters.
Big.
Jeez. It's right off the bottom of that.
Yeah, that's why I was saying when it was getting cooler, it was doing pretty good.
Press down and wants to go back up the sides. It's too wide.
Hey, not around here, guys.
Not sacrificing moose.
Set a couple clothespins under the side over here and hold it too.
I just figured might as well use this edge a little bit. And
This guy will work.
Cooling down.
Hey.
do you see your ZZ in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
So you're,
It's still there.
I should have known that.
ZZ top.
That's no wonder there's reasons.
No, I signed it on the way by.
I wore my